Hello, my name is Mostly Woke, and welcome to the show today. So, I have kind of a fun one today. If you watch Twitch, you've definitely seen Ethan Klein blowing stuff up the last couple of days. Day one, he hopped on, he got in a call with, who was it? It was Mizkif, Hasan, and then later on Aiden Ross. And he tore into Aiden Ross about just how completely unethical this whole gambling stream nonsense is, right? And so after this happened today, he got on stream because XQC for some reason thought that he got brought up as one of the scammers, when in reality I think all they were doing was calling him a normie streamer. But XQC wanted to have a conversation with Ethan about this whole Gamba thing, right? And in the process of it, Trainwreck actually decided he wanted to join in with the call to defend himself. Later on, Hasan joins in. It's a really fun VOD. You should check it out. I'm going to have it linked below. But there was a couple of key points that I just wanted to sort of argue against that I heard Trainwreck make when this argument was happening. So let me go ahead and jump over to this. I have them ready to go.
Reason why these drinking and smoking, right, and then reopen under different names. There's a reason why they're based out of Curacao or whatever the fuck, rather than Canada. And there are real, like, legal sweepstakes websites out there,
right?
But
so why
they are fully regulated, and some states have decided that they're illegal to participate in.
So
like
instead of jumbling them all up and painting every casino the same color, have you done research on stake? Because before I picked up anything, I've done research.
He's done research. Let's keep that in mind.
Stake's been around for 4 years. Before that 4 years, there was another company, right, that they left that was been around for 10 years. And some of them left, made Stake. They've been around for 4 years. They will be around for another 10 years. There's so much. If
what a reach.
you just do a little research, instead of just talking out your ass and basing this off of CSGO fucking Lotto, that you can go look at. Do you understand?
I'm not basing it off of CSGO Lotto. I don't know
Okay, so
anything about CSGO Lotto. I wasn't around when that shit was popping off, okay?
Oh god. Really quick. So let's go ahead and jump off of that point about how he did research and he found out that for sure that this is a credible, really trustworthy company. So I did a couple of minutes of research while I was watching the stream, just because I was curious what you could find if you did some research. And let's go ahead and check out. First of all, this is just on the Stake website. If you go to the bottom of their website, it says Stake is authorized and regulated by the government of Curacao. So I decided to look up basically what the requirements are for this license. I was a little bit curious, and I got this. So if you read this, it's pretty interesting. Basically, this is the first thing that jumped out at me, right? So it's perfect for startups and entrepreneurs looking to get into online gambling. And then firstly, Curacao is considered by far one of the most accessible jurisdictions for licensing. Not the most safe, but the most accessible. It also has one of the shortest processing times and offers a one-size-fits-all So basically, if you do a couple minutes of research on this whole Stake site and where they have their gambling license based out of, you realize that the purpose for getting their license out of Curacao is 100% because it was the quickest, easiest way to get an online gambling license, because there's not regulations for that inside of the US or Canada or whatever, because it's not regulated correctly. But so that was the first point I wanted to make. But let's go ahead and watch the next clip, and then I'll show you some research that contradicts it a little bit.
There for people who gamble already, that are degenerates like me, and they can. That's it. I don't push it though. I
but I'm not, dude, it's a
don't push my
I
code.
get paid a lot of money, but I don't like it.
The code is there for people who gamble already, that are degenerates like me, and they can. That's it. I don't push it though. I verbally.
Okay, so he's saying here, Trainwreck, that his code is specifically for people like him, degenerates who gamble already. So that fits perfectly into this study that I'm going to bring up, which is about pathologic gambling, right? So really quick, let me just do a quick aside. So pathological gambling, also known as compulsive gambling or disordered gambling, is a recognized mental disorder characterized by a pattern of continuing gambling despite negative physical, psychological, and social consequences. So this is for people who already have issues with gambling, right? So I just wanted to make that clear so that now when I show you this abstract, which is from NCBI, this is about neurobehavioral evidence for the near-miss effect in pathological gamblers. So let's go ahead and read through this abstract really quick, and it'll give you a good idea that regardless of the fact that he is trying to market this to people who already gamble, that doesn't make it a good thing. If anything, it actually strengthens Ethan and Hasan's point that he is doing this and damaging people through addiction. So, I also wanted to mention that Trainwrecks talks a lot about how he's almost a deterrent for gambling because he tries to stream, because he streams so much of him losing, like how he's down like 2 million or something, whatever he says in the VOD. But I just wanted to go through this. So the purpose of this translation study was twofold: to contrast behavioral and brain activity between pathological and non-pathological gamblers, and to examine differences as a function of the outcome of the spin of a slot machine, focusing predominantly on the near miss when two reels stop on the same symbol and the symbol is just above or below the payoff line on the third reel. So 22 participants, 11 pathological, 11 non-pathological, completed the study by rating the closeness of various outcomes of slot machine displays, wins, losses, and near misses to a win. So no behavioral differences were observed between the groups of participants. However, differences in brain activity were found in the left midbrain near these two portions of the brain. Near miss outcomes uniquely activated brain regions associated with wins for pathological gamblers. So that is the crowd that Train is literally describing when he says who he gears his code towards. Thus, near-miss outcomes on slot machines may contain both functional and neurological properties of wins for pathological gamblers. Such a translation approach to the study of gambling behavior may, basically they're trying to say that it further exemplifies a theory that B.F. Skinner says in this other piece of work. But you get the general claim here that just because he's gearing this towards people who already gamble or who are older does not mean that it's not going to have a massive negative impact, offering them this type of discount on the ability to gamble. So I just thought this was some really cool discourse. I wanted to get involved. I know everybody got pretty heated on the live stream, including myself just watching it. So I really appreciate you checking out this video. I'd love to hear your opinions below. If you want to go ahead and subscribe to this channel and ring the bell, I would really appreciate it. I don't post videos all the time, at least not at the same time every day, because sometimes things like this happen where it's just like a really cool opportunity to throw in a couple of takes on the subject. So it might be worth your time to ring the bell too. Either way, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all soon.